This is WSFA 12 News at noon.
We are finally getting a break from those freezing temperatures we have seen in Central and South Alabama. Thanks for joining us. I'm Julia. Avant. Bethany is off today. Let's begin with a live look outside where the sun is helping us warm up this afternoon. But don't get too used to this because temperatures are going to plunge once again as we get into the weekend. Let's head over to meteorologist Amanda Curran for a first alert. Amanda, what's going on in weather?
Yeah.
Looking past the cold this weekend, our weather team is anticipating a major change to our weather pattern. First alert meteorologist Tyler Seabree joins us now. And Tyler, next week looks to be the exact opposite of this week.
Yeah, Julia, that's right.
Update this afternoon, law enforcement have now arrested 2 suspects in connection to a Montgomery County murder. The sheriff's office confirms John White and Arian Moultrie were arrested this morning. It comes after that deadly shooting we told you about. It happened Saturday on Riverside Road near the Elmore County line. At this point, authorities have released no other details in the case, including a motive. Right now, the spiritual advisor of the Alabama death row inmate Kenneth Smith is asking state corrections to add some protections for Smith's upcoming execution. He's scheduled to be executed on January 25th using nitrogen hypoxia. Alabama would be the first state to use that method. Spiritual advisor Reverend Jeff Hood is asking for the system to provide additional precautions to ensure the safety of bystanders and witnesses at the execution. Smith is one of 2 men convicted of the murder for hire of a preacher's wife in 1988 in Colbert County. An update now in Marengo County. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is looking at making emergency repairs to the Demopolis Lock and Dam. We first told you about this issue yesterday, which could pose major problems to shipping through West Alabama. The mayor of Demopolis tells us a chunk of concrete collapsed off the dam. But at this point, the extent of the damage and what caused it is unclear. However, we do expect an update from engineers later this afternoon. Governor Kay Ivey's office says she's aware of the issue, but so far there's been no request for aid from the state. Coming up next at noon, we're getting our first look at a new scathing report of the law enforcement response to the Uvalde school shooting. Why the Attorney General says the victims deserved better. Plus, a bipartisan group of lawmakers are commemorating 100 days since the deadly Hamas terror attacks on Israel. We'll be right back. This afternoon, the Justice Department today is calling the police response to the 2022 mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas, a failure. 19 students and 2 teachers were killed in the rampage. In a new 575-page report, the DOJ cited critical failures in leadership by law enforcement who had rushed to the scene. Many of the details in the report were already known to the public, including that officers who first got to the school rushed to the sound of gunfire, but then stopped when they neared the classrooms where the gunman was killing 4th graders and teachers. Today, Attorney General Merrick Garland says the officers should have immediately confronted the gunman. Instead, it took 77 minutes for that to happen.
And the price.
That, and it looks like it is only going to continue to just keep us on our feet and our toes. I mean, the winter gear, I just pulled it all out, and now I'm going to have to push it back in the closet and get ready for shorts and flip-flops next week.
I saw this thing on Facebook. It was, you know, we didn't receive any snow here, but there was snow up to the waist, and they're like, we're still getting coffee.
Yep, still, and it's probably still going to be iced coffee too, because that's just how us humans roll.
Oh, I'm a hot coffee girl.
Whatever you got to do to stay warm. Whatever you got to do.
Thanks, Amanda. Hey, 12 Talk is next, and we're looking ahead to a special program tomorrow in Montgomery honoring Dr. Martin Luther. Happening tomorrow, WSFA 12 News will air a special program honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The program is called the MLK Community Celebration, and joining us now for today's 12 Talk is Grammy Award-winning gospel singer Lady Tremaine Hawkins, who will be on stage as part of that performance. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for being here with me.
Of course. Let's talk about what your performance will look like. Can you give us a little sneak peek?